Hello. Good evening. Let me get oriented here. All the usuals. Get my chat up. So I did get that thing in the mail. That is the thing to go like around the webcam. That's like an extra screen, like a little one. But I haven't had a chance to open up the box yet and set it up. So I do have it though. Like it's right over here somewhere near me. But that's gonna have to be for next time. I've been so slammed with everything else going on that I haven't had a lot of time for a bunch of the stream related stuff going on. So I do feel kind of bad because I keep like over promising and under delivering, and it's supposed to be the other way around. I'm one of the like biggest proponents at work to under promise and over deliver, and here I am in like a personal project completely doing the opposite and failing terribly the whole time. So that's not great, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it now. Let me get this thing here. There we go. Yeah, so I was checking it. Oh, there's like a giant mosquito in here. Oh god. I'm scared. Cause it like the light attracted it, I guess, and I don't know how they get in, but it's huge. I'm terrified. I don't know where it went. Oh my god, it's gonna get me. It's like the light is attracting it and it's gonna, yeah. If I see it again, I'm gonna freak out and go and hunt it down. So if I suddenly disappear, that's why. Just so you know. I hate those huge ones. At least they're kind of clumsy and a lot easier to catch than the little ones, but it's getting to be that weather now where the bugs are sneaking in. Alright. Where was I before that mosquito rudely interrupted me? Oh yeah. Here we go. Ta-da! Need this one. Okay. Hello everybody. Examination, Ricknell. Hello. To my company over promises and makes us deliver. I feel you. It does tend to go like that, but all you can do is your best, right? I feel like that's probably standard for most companies. Unfortunately. Imagine mosquitoes in March, it snowed here. What? Oh man. I can't imagine like snow, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. The fear is real. Hello Naz, welcome back. Hello. Let me get my links going. So I was browsing YouTube like I do, and I was like, huh, I haven't seen what Pearl was up to in a while. And Pearl has gone bananas. I mean, she was always bananas, but more bananas than before. More of like a weird, rotten, past due banana. Like, not the brown ones that you make banana bread with, but like worse than that. Like the black moldy ones. That's how bananas she has been. Oh my goodness. But honestly, I can't say that she hasn't always been like that. I haven't watched a lot of Pearl in the past or anything. Like, I have been aware of her, but not necessarily following up on all of her shenanigans. My links, where are they? Anyway, I was looking at what Pearl was up to, and there's some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And didn't she get demonetized a couple of years ago or something for I thought she said it was something to do with promote like being being against women or something about women not voting. And I'm confused by that because there are quite a number of people who promote the whole idea of like women not voting online. And I'm confused as to why she would get demonetized for that, but not anybody else that is saying stuff like that. Maybe it was a combination of things, maybe it was something else. Honestly, I don't think it's fair. I think if you want to have opinions of whatever kind, as long as they're not literally like threatening anybody, you should be able to. But I mean, nobody owes you a partnership, I suppose. So it is up to YouTube, and they're the boss. But she did get it back, and she was very careful at first because I remember I watched like an episode or two after her like return, and she seemed a lot more careful about saying stuff. And I just checked in, I think a few days ago, I saw a video that came up in my, like, suggested where she was ranting. It was something about Black people. That's what she was going on about. And I was like, okay, a little weird, kind of racist, but okay. And then I sort of forgot about it. And then I checked in, I was like, what's Pearl doing? And because I remembered that I saw that video recently that was suggested, and then I was like, oh, well, what is she really doing? Like, what's her channel like recently? And I started looking around at some videos, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. There's two that I sort of, I don't know, picked as probably the most unhinged ones. I watched like the first minute of each, I think, or something like that, or of one of them at least. And we'll kind of go through them together and see what's Pearl been up to. And hopefully we don't get banned off YouTube. Oh god, there's fluff in here again. I hate it when that happens. Okay, where are my links? Need this one. Alrighty. Yeah, that's women, am I right? That is very spot on. How'd you narrow it down to two? It was, yeah, I mean, honestly, all of it is pretty unhinged, but random-ish. I was like, oh, this looks pretty messed up. You know, this looks pretty messed up. So I don't know if these are the most messed up because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit there and watch like all of the Pearl stuff that's been out recently. That would be a complete waste of time. But I think it'd be fun to sort of visit a few random videos here and there and see what the crazy chick is up to now. She and Nick Fuentes are from Chicago and they're both friendly. Last I knew. Really? Huh. That's interesting. Although not really that surprising, but I thought Fuentes was into cat boys. Anyway. Chicago. Okay. I've been there. There was what was that convention? Oh, what was it called? There is Anime Central. Was it Anime Central? Is that one the one that's in Chicago? I thought it was Anime Central. I forgot. There was an anime convention in Chicago that I've been to a few times, way back in the day. But besides that, I haven't really been. Okay. Sure. Hello, birds aren't even real. Welcome back. I do love your username. I think I've said that before. I really do like it. Okay, let me get all of my self-promo links. I don't know if this really makes a difference. I think it might. But if it's something that takes literally like a minute, there's no reason not to do it. Of going through all the channels that where people might not know me to kind of spread the word, because I'm not doing a very good job at this like YouTube game or whatever. Because okay, I haven't been doing this as long as some people, but it's been a little while now. You would think if I was any good at it, it would have been doing a little bit better than it is. So obviously either I am really terrible at this and really should not even try, or it's like this mediocre thing where I'm not in the right place at the right time and not as I don't know, hyper. I know a lot of people that do really well tend to be really sort of like talk on two times speed the whole time, and that tends to be what is very entertaining for a lot of people when people talk very fast, and that's not something that I really do. I do that sometimes, but not generally. So there are a lot of things that also the whole I tend to not I always feel awkward trying to be like, oh hey, subscribe, like the channel, or like the video, or subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. I always feel awkward doing that. Although I was working on this thing earlier. You know how some people have it, they'll still say it, but they also have this thing that sort of pops up near the beginning of the videos. I only have something at the end that's like a reminder, and most people don't watch all the way through the end. So it's kind of a silly place to have it. But I was working on creating this like animated pop-up thing that's like a reminder that would go in the bottom portion of the videos. And that would, what is this? I don't need this over here. And that would be sort of the reminder that people generally do, and I could have it without saying anything about it. Because I think it's the saying it part that is awkward for me. But if it's there on its own and it's not like up in your face, it's like a little thing in the corner or whatever, then it's not that big of a deal. And I would be okay with that. So I've been working on that recently because I found that that is something my channel is lacking, is the little reminders that people generally give. Because a lot of times if you don't remind people to do stuff like that, they simply, if they would have, if that's something they would have done, they don't remember to do it. So a lot of times people don't do those things on their own unless you remind them. And if you remind them and they don't want to, like, that's fine, that's different. But some people would have if you would have reminded them, and that's something that I've been missing. And in general, sort of, I don't know, something that I also avoided doing is having the lives and then like trimming them and editing them together and sort of reposting portions of them that are smaller, more bite-sized as regular videos. And I did want to do that, and I still want to do that. I think that might work better with the ones I've been making recently, because I finally figured out how to record the same video but without all the frames and stuff. Because what I don't like watching, at least when other people do it, is when, for instance, they have a live and they have like the chat there and they have all the like live related stuff on the window, like I have like on the screen, and they record that and basically put that up as a regular video, but you can still see all of the live related stuff, but it's not live. And I don't know, that seems so icky somehow. Like, no hate on anybody that does that. I think it's a very common thing that people do. It's not like bad to do that. It's that for me personally, it's like it's icky. It's like there's stuff there and I need to like clean it up, and it's not neat, and I would like it to be neat. So like the way I've been viewing it was the regular video uploads is something that I kind of edit together and I work on it, and it's neat. There's no extra stuff on the screen, like random, I don't even know. Like it's as neat as I could possibly make it, because I still have to use clips from people that do that, obviously. But as far as the lives, they're messy. There's all this stuff on the screen, and there's like chats and everything, so it's a completely different environment. But that's something that most people do, is they take their lives and they take pieces out that were the most interesting, and they re-upload them as regular videos, and that is something that works for basically everybody else. And for some reason I have been too ickied out by it or something. Oh my goodness. Yeah, anyway. Now that I did my links, let me get my stuff situated. Put up the Pearl. As soon as I get caught up on chat here. Just go back and get some Luminati's deep dish. I don't know what that is, but I think I don't know if I've ever tried this deep dish stuff. Because I know that's something that people get when they go there. I think I've seen my friends eat it, and it looked kind of gross, no offense. Like, I like, I haven't eaten pizza in a long time. Here it is, pizza again. Pizza has been sort of a theme recently, and I still haven't gotten any. But when I eat pizza, I like the crust. Like, I like the bready, cheesy crust part. And if there's too many toppings, or if there's too much sauce or whatever, it gets kind of soupy and gross and weird. I don't know. So it seems like if you have a pizza and there's more like filling, and it's more of a pie with pizza ingredients, it doesn't, it seems wrong somehow. I know that's a thing in Chicago, and I apologize for all of the deep dish pizza fans. It's not for me. Honestly, I haven't tried it, but from looking at it, it doesn't look like it would be something I would like. Yeah, I mean, maybe if I start chugging energy drinks or something, that might help. But I still want to be coherent, because sometimes people start sort of talking really fast, but they're not really saying anything either. So I don't know. But at least it makes people entertaining. Hello, welcome back. Nice to see you. All right. Make sure clips about current trend news and make the most controversial take about it. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, that's not bad. That's kind of, I sort of tried doing something like that with some of the live shows where I covered sort of current-ish events, but I don't know. I don't know if my takes are even that controversial in general. I'm mostly sort of neutral-ish on a lot of things, so it's not that interesting, I suppose. People like it better when somebody's very like one way or the other way, and then it gets into this like argument. Yeah. Yeah, all of the things. Okay, I apologize. Handles pizza right, let me tell you, but we have amazing thin crust. Okay. Well, I will not argue with anybody from Chicago over their pizza. I'll just leave it as, it doesn't look that great to me, but you do you. Okay, let me get Pearl up over here. Ms. Pearl. Oh, this short. Okay. I have to redo this every time. That's kind of annoying. I should probably. Look, I've been messing with it. I could see why. I should have done some snacks earlier too. My tummy's making the rumblies that only hands can satisfy. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm getting somewhere over here. It's getting there. Oh, pff. Okay, I gotta shrink it a little bit. I know what I'm doing. I think that's probably good enough. Let me just move myself over to the side. Put ourselves over there. Okay, let's do Pearl. Well, let's not do Pearl. That sounds kind of gross, but you know what I mean. Anyway. Oh, that's a lot of Pearl. There's like 3 pearls on my screen now. That is a lot. I don't know if I want that many at the same time. That's too much Pearl. Too much Pearl. Revert. Is there such a thing as California pizza? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know they had their own pizza. Alright. Hopefully this is... Where's the thing? I don't see... Oh, okay. Hopefully this works.
All right, what up, guys? Welcome to my coffee talks. It's actually incredible, the support I've gotten.
Oh, I thought it sounded weird, but it's the room she's in. It's echoey. That's why it's like that. Okay. And there's also... I know you can't see it, but like, here, let me scroll up. Look at all the alcohol right there. See this corner right here? Where, like, the play button is and everything? That's a lot of alcohol. Pearl, what is going on? Are you okay? That's a lot of booze for one lady. And I don't know that there's, like, a bag here. Is this a hotel room or something? What is this? There's, like, a little teapot looking thing that they have in hotel rooms, and one of those little, like this thing over here where, like, people put ice and stuff. See this little white thing off to the side? This is like a hotel room with a ton of booze in it. It seems a little... I don't know. I think if I happened to be in a hotel room with a ton of booze in it, I probably wouldn't be like, hey, everybody. You know? Not that I leave the house, so that's not something that I'm in danger of encountering, but I don't know. It seems a little... I don't know. It's not even icky. It's kind of like, do you want to show people that? Jesse Lee Peterson believes men worship God and women worship the devil. This is eerily reminiscent. Really? I still haven't looked into Jesse Lee Peterson. I think that's not the first time that name has been brought up. But yeah, this is, yeah, based on the title. That does sound very similar. I watched like I think a minute or 2 of this, and that's basically what she says. Kind of. Except instead of worship, it's more like they are that thing. So it's a little different, but we'll get there. Check his interview with Nuts Reddit. Okay. I'll have to look into that. If you have a link for that at some point and you want to put it in the Discord, that would be cool. Otherwise, I'll try to find it myself. Okay.
For talking about religious stuff, because I do feel like I'm the least qualified person ever. But apparently you don't need any qualifications, so here I go.
That's promising. I don't know. I can relate to this. I'm also not super qualified to talk about religious stuff, but
so
I don't know if I really try to like teach anybody things about it. except for like if I look up something specific and I'm like, hey, look what I found out, you know, versus like, let me teach you how religion works in general. I don't know. It's a little weird so far, but I can relate. Better moving setting erupted. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Definite whatever, not sort very much in negative name. Yeah, they're both negatives like that. All right.
So, I was thinking about how. Oh my god, I'm too excited. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So I was thinking about how I think that the devil is in every woman, okay? And this observation has not come from the Bible or any book, but it seems like we got a smiling woman there. Inside each woman is like a devil. See, this thing's got horns. See, man. And it seems like in every man, especially white guys, there is Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
And it seems like in every man, especially white guys.
What is that casual racism? What is that so casually like, oh, especially white guys? Why not? Why specifically like this is so weird.
There is Jesus Christ himself, okay? So there's a little
Jesus Christ himself. Okay. So apparently women have the devil in them, like women in not like some specific crazy ones, but women in general as a group that is where the devil resides, is in all of the women. and the men supposedly not any other colors except white. Only the white men have Jesus inside. All of the men who are not white, I don't know, nothing, empty, question mark. I don't know if she's ever gonna tell us what's inside all the non-white men specifically, because she's separating that from the women parts. The women have the devil, especially white men have Jesus. So it may be that some non-white men have Jesus too, but especially the white ones. But some of them are like just question mark. Just not for me. These ones look like they're for me, I think. Oh, if you welcome back. Girls are the devil. I don't know what the water boy is. Is that from something? That sounds like it might be from something. I haven't heard of it. Self-tell. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, that's another thing, because if she is the devil, then right away we shouldn't be listening to anything she says, because this is the devil right now trying to lie to us, because isn't that the thing about the devil, is the devil lies or something? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Again, I'm like, I'm with Pearl as far as I should be the last person to teach anybody anything about religion, but that is something that I have heard people say, like, the devil lies. So if she has the devil in her and she's trying to teach us something, we probably shouldn't listen, right? This seems a little yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I think she said that she only dated black guys. Yeah, that is true. Her previous boyfriend was also black, but she called him Dominican for some reason, even though, like, okay. And the one that is the current one also black? I thought he was like I don't know, I thought he might have been mixed with like Hispanic or something. I don't remember. For some reason I thought that way, but I could be wrong. She does have a pattern. So it is weird that why would you like go so hard for white men specifically while you are dating a non-white men. I We're not very far into it, and it's already all sorts of backwards and confusing. I don't understand why this is a thing. There was also a previous video I saw of her. It was like she was in her car and complaining about. She was also complaining about black people working for her or something, and how they weren't doing a good job, and then how white people did do it. It was all sorts sorts of weird. But yeah, it is weird. Like, why would you basically exclusively date black guys, but then when you're talking about things in general, you're like, well, it's the white ones. They're the best ones. They have Jesus in them. Like, that's okay. It is certainly very weird. I'm not white, I'm American, okay? It's just an internal critique of white guys. That's a good one. Saltine American. In her podcast, she only has black guys. Does she really? I didn't know she was still doing a podcast. I thought that was like with guests, because I thought she only did her regular show where she like talks and reacts to things. I didn't know that she was also doing a guest sort of thing, or like a co-host sort of thing. I don't know exactly what is going on there, but I know she had one at some point, and that I do remember it being very I guess ethnic. I don't know what the right term is, but she was very visibly one of the like lightest in the room. So you would think for somebody that has been constantly around people of other races and supposedly grew up with them and everything. Well, not really, because I think she was saying that she didn't grow up around many. But it seems like she really likes people who are of other races, or at least the black ones. So why why say stuff like this? I don't understand. I really don't. But we'll let her. Maybe she'll get to it. There's got to be some sort of genius insight here somewhere.
I don't know. And everything, it seems like, in the world is inverse, telling us that the devil is in men and white men, and God is in women. And I think it's because the devil's like greatest tool is confusion.
So she is trying to confuse us now by being the devil and telling us about all the devil things that the devil would do. Okay.
Why, when we're in this
Makes
like
sense.
hellhole, it's like we're confused. You know, the gay guys, they're confused because they're supposed to be with women, and they're confused, so now they're dating men, right? And the women, they're confused about their gender, so they like, you know, they're confused, and so they pretend to be men, or vice versa. A lot of people don't know most transgenders are actually women. It's not men. But regardless, outside of the point. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of cold in my house today. I feel like I messed up a setting.
Is that her house? Anyways. Because that doesn't look like a house. I'm confused. It looks like a hotel room. Like, who has stuff like this? This is like the standard background of a hotel room. There's the ice thing, or what looks like an ice holder thing. There's like a little plastic like teapot thing in the back, and a bunch of booze, and like something that might be like a mini fridge or something. I don't know. This doesn't look like a regular house. I don't know. It's possible that somebody has in their own house a bunch of like hotel room looking things, but I generally don't see, unless that's like a box for something else, I generally don't see people have like ice hold her things in their house. That's like usually a hotel thing. I don't know. Honestly, I could be wrong. That could be her actual house with all this hotel looking stuff in the background, but it's very like, I don't know. It's weird. Cold time for a drink. Yeah, I mean that's a ton of alcohol in the background. I think if she just turned around for a second, did a few shots, she'd be okay. If the devil was actually in women, why should we listen to it? Yeah, exactly. Why should we listen to what she says? None of this makes any sense. And she even said that the devil is gonna be, it's all about confusion. So is she trying to confuse us? I mean, I am confused, so maybe she's right. It's just devil things.
So it seems like when men and women get together, the love, it's really the devil fighting God. But the God doesn't know he's God because he's confused, right? He's a little bit, everyone's told him he's...
God is confused? Okay. Again, I'm with Pearl as far as I don't know that much about religion, but confused is not an attribute I ever heard assigned to God. I've heard a lot of things assigned to God as like, well, God is good, God is this or that. I've heard people even say the opposite, that we live under the reign of an evil God. But I have never heard confused as an attribute of God. That is a new one. That is completely new to me.
the devil his whole life. He's very confused, okay? And God is supposed to beat the devil, like Jesus rose, or I don't know the stories, but like I think there was an ark and like Noah won and he maybe was representative of God. I don't know. But it seems like God and the devil are supposed to fight. But since we're on earth and this is the woman's world, it's the devil's world, the devil is going to win and she's going to beat God. And that's why most relationships, the man is not running the relationship. The devil is running the relationship. And then they have kids, right? And since the woman, and it's almost like when you see women, and I can just say this, this has happened to me, right? I'm not
Okay. Setting aside the whole circular part of her being also the devil and trying to tell us how things are here. What? What? Just Leapers all over again. In the stream room. Oh, for me? Oh, like on Discord. I don't know. I don't know if I have that in a way where like it's people in general, or like I haven't set that up yet if for like permissions or whatever, and I don't want anybody showing their wee on here. But I don't picture her as much of a homemaker. I never asked you, man, the devil. My mommy is the devil. Yeah, this is so weird. I don't even know what I can add here. This is weird as fuck.
special or perfect. I got a demon in me too, okay? It seems like
Luckily, this is a pretty short video. We'll move on to somewhat related. Children do not need mothers next.
women, like, I think of times when I've been really angry and I've done things that I really regret, right? Where I think, holy shit, I can't believe I did that. Or holy crap, I didn't even think I was capable of being that mad. It almost feels like something overpowers you, right? And I think that's the devil in us. And I think when women or men listen...
Okay. It sounds like she's projecting. She's like, okay, I have this thing and some sort of self-hatred or whatever. And then she's like, well, if I feel like this, then that's gonna be a woman thing. All women must have whatever it is that makes me bad. I don't even. This is sad. This is almost too sad to watch, honestly. Zephaniah. Children don't need mothers. Yeah. Sunlight does. Yeah. Yeah. That's. Yeah. You thought this one was unhinged. Just wait.
Into women, they get the devil like gets into the man because the man's confused. He doesn't realize he's God, right? Or he's a I don't know. Like I don't know how it works, but that's just what it seems like, right? This is based on observations. You can quote scripture in the comments, but this is not really off of scripture, okay? So these are the cute little Johnny and Sally, whatever, okay, now the kids. And it seems like the devil is passed from the woman to the children. And I was thinking about it. I remember the first time I gossiped. I literally remember it. When I was a kid, I never thought to talk bad about anyone. And I think when you're a kid, you don't really like judge people, right? I don't remember but I remember the first time I talked bad about somebody was at like a sleepover, right? I was at a sleepover with these girls, and then everyone like stayed up a little later. I think it was around 2nd or 3rd grade maybe. And I remember they were talking about something negative. I can't even remember what it was, but I remember the feeling of being like, oh, I didn't know people talked bad.
Okay, is this going somewhere like, oh, well, girls gossip, but men don't? Because men gossip. I know that society sort of treats gossip as a women thing, but men do gossip quite a bit. Like, you'd be surprised.
And then then I joined in. I started gossiping too. Like, I don't know, when you're a kid and when I've observed kids, although I haven't been around kids in a while, so no one's really happy.
And kids in general, they start out, it depends on the kid, I guess. They start out sort of okay, but then they get together in large groups, like in school and stuff, and kids are horrible. Like, most kids are horrible. I don't know why, but when they get into groups, they start being horrible. So that's not surprising. It's not unusual for there to be a lot of bullying in schools. And this whole like gossiping about somebody else in a negative way, as she didn't quite say bullying, but that's like the precursor to it, I suppose. So if there's so much bullying that, sorry, didn't hit you there. If there's so much bullying that people think it's like a national epidemic or something, then there's certainly at the very least negative gossiping going on, and that's very common. And that's not even, again, this isn't even a female thing. Gossip is for everybody in general, and kids, at especially like middle school kids and some high school kids, like that age, some of them tend to be horrible for some reason, and a lot of them do grow out of it, which is good. But yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know if that has anything to do with the devil or whatever, or with women specifically, but okay.
Them now. So I could be wrong, but it seems like they're like born good. Like, I was at the gym a few weeks ago and there's this little girl, and I was teaching her. I was at the gym and I'm like, oh, do you want to play? I was so excited. I'm like, I never see kids. So I'm like, hello, little child. And she's playing with.
Hello, hello, little child. Can you imagine you're like, I don't know how, she didn't say how old. Imagine you're like 5 and this lady comes up to you. You're like in a gym, you're like running around, maybe your parents are on a treadmill or something, and you're like running around playing with the ball. I don't know, whatever kids do, whatever. And this lady comes up to you. Hello, little child. I have the devil in me. Do you have the devil in you, little child? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I mean, it very well could be rage bait. It could be. Or drunk, that could be too. I mean, there is a lot of alcohol there. That bottle is, oof. Men don't gossip, men talk shit. There's a difference. Okay, sure. Whatever you want to call it. That totally okay. We can name it different things. Hello, little child, said the well-adjusted person. Hello, little Satan spawn. Oh, I like this one. Hello, little child. Did you know your mother is actually the devil? Imagine if she started singing too. That'd be crazy. She does do a singing thing now too. That is also a thing. I spared you, but that is a thing she's been doing, and she's not even terrible at it. But it's sort of awkward. I don't know. Everything about her is sort of awkward, so it's not surprising that the singing part is also awkward. Anyway, basically, this is so weird on so many levels.
The volleyball, and I'm like, oh, I can totally teach you how to play volleyball. And this little girl, she's like at the gym with her dad, like 7 or 8. Teaching her was such a joy because she was so excited. Like, she was so happy to learn. And kids really, to me, seem like sponges. Like, they come out innocent, happy, and like, that's why men like younger women, right?
I'm sorry, what? So she's talking about this, what is this, 7 or 8-year-old, and children are innocent like sponges. And that's why men like younger women. Because 7-year-olds are like sponges. What the actual fuck is going on? Okay, I was not expecting it to go there, but here we are. We're there. It's here. That's what she said. Okay. Do I have to say anything? Yeah, that was there. Just let a strange lady play with her kid. Yeah, I mean, people do tend to trust women in general. If they come up to kids, it's less menacing, I guess. I don't know. They shouldn't. I mean, there are crazy things out there in the world where a lot of people who kidnap kids, they'll use a woman to gain somebody's trust, and then bam, your kid is gone. So you really shouldn't, but I don't know, maybe yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know if somebody if I had a kid and somebody walked up to my kid and, "Hello, little child. Do you want me to teach you how to play ball? I'm the devil, by the way. Hi." Come on, little Susie, let's move along. Leave the crazy lady over there by herself. Yeah, that's... I don't know. People do tend to trust women, though, so... Doing like sponges. Hello, Glow in Dark. Pearl is a third world banana republic dictator. Scrub Daddy seems like a decent... This... Okay.
And so this little girl, anyway, it just reminded me of that innocence. And I'm like, I think kids are born good, but these devils called women find them, right?
They find them? It's not like women are generally, sort of... It's not like women generally have the responsibility of raising the child, especially from the youngest age, where they're literally, like, waiting on them hand and foot and have the kid with them basically all the time, and even past the young age. Like, it's way more common for the childcare responsibility to fall onto the woman way more than the men. So what is it like, find them? That like there are these kids out in the wild and women find them and make them mean. Like, what is this?
Find the kids and pass on. And I was thinking, I think those girls at the sleepover learned gossiping from their mothers, or whatever evil. And the problem we have...
Okay, Parla's just jealous. Just Pearly is jealous because she didn't learn gossiping from her mother. Okay, this is all coming together now. If you don't have a close relationship with your mom, I totally understand, neither did I, but this is an extreme version of, like, dealing with that. This is bonkers. There are perfectly good parents out there. There are perfectly good women out there that teach their child all sorts of things, and sure, like, some level of gossip is part of human nature. That's how it's part of us. It's part of what we do. So if your mom never taught you how to gossip and you felt left out because everybody else was doing something and you weren't, okay, I get it. You have some kind of grudge against your mother, whatever. But what is this, like, taking her personal experience and projecting it onto all men and all women being exactly like some specific men and women that she had met in her childhood? This is so stupid. Congratulations, miss, you found your baby. Trust me, bro. I mean, that is the best source. Trust me, bro, is the best source. Can't argue with it. Plot twist, Pearl has never heard about mothers. I wonder if Pearl's mom has seen this video. I think I recall somewhere a while back, there was some video where she basically sort of talked shit about her mom, and and her mom actually commented on the video something like, oh, she'll, like, learn eventually, or something, like something really kind. I don't know. Her mother seems like a completely perfectly fine, like, gem of a human, and she's not even mad that her child is shitting on her like this. I don't know what happened here, but I don't know. Maybe Pearl has the devil in her. Maybe that is the answer. She has the devil in her, and she thinks because she has the devil in her, all the other women must have the devil in them too, and that's how women work, because that's how she feels about herself. I don't know. It's like, from at least the limited information we have online from her mother literally commenting on her video, she doesn't seem like a shitty person, but you never know. Demonic projection. Yeah, that's a new one to me.
Is the devil uses confusion, and the confusion is used on the men. And so when the men are confused, they don't realize they're supposed to protect the kids. They're supposed to protect even the woman from the devil that's in her, right? Which says, spend too much money, be irresponsible, be a whore.
Men do all of those things as well. None of those things are unique to women. So dumb. Oh my goodness. Is the devil born in a woman's body? You mean in a devil's body?
Or be stupid. And I don't want this to sound like I'm taking accountability off of the women, because women are, like, evil and do these evil things. But I can only speak from, like, experience. Oops. That it almost feels like when
what is this super casual way of saying the most cringe, stupid stuff?
You're super angry. You're like you just do not care. Like, you're so angry, whatever. If I'm, like, shaking, it's because I'm cold. I think the thing in our house, my house is just being weird, whatever. But anyways, and I was thinking that the best disinfectant to this world is actually sunlight. And even though social media seems like it's a bad thing, right? It seems like it's negative. But I think women have always been women. But
really? Okay. We're really learning stuff here. Very interesting. Women have always been women. Okay. I mean, wow, profound.
I think women always talk too much, but they would
okay.
Talk to the other devils, right? So all the women devils. And just hearing men, like, about their marriages back in the day. So, like, all the devil women get together, right? And before, they would operate in the dark. They would gossip. They would destroy the man's reputation. The angel.
They would gossip, destroy the man's reputation, operate in the dark, oh, you guys did, my husband beat me, what should I do? How dare you destroy his reputation? You should be able to beat you all you want. Shut up. You got the devil in you. You gotta beat the devil out of you. Okay. I mean, I understand that false allegations occur, but I mean, it's also the case that this is not an uncommon thing to happen. So, okay. I mean,
over here, men, white men in particular, had no idea any of this is going on. He's happy. Well, all the devils are getting together and figuring out how they can destroy these two, right? But now with social media, women are telling the Jesuses or the gods here, they're telling them all of their plans, because the devil, it seems like we just can't shut up. We keep telling on ourselves. And the more information, it's actually better for men. Now they know that we're whores. They know no good women exist, right? Before, they thought there was good women. I don't know, like, when I was in high school, I got banished to my grandma's house because I threw a party. And I met, my grandma was like 70, right? And my grandma and her friends, I heard them talk about men, and I gotta be honest, a lot of them were separated from their husbands. Maybe not divorced on paper, but a lot were separated. So I don't know if the women back then were that much better. It seems like they kind of engaged in the same thing. The women my age, the women younger than me, my mom, like, I don't know if they were really that different.
Okay, women bad, whatever. Anything else?
I think the devil is trying to tell you that before women weren't women because the devils they care about their reputation.
What? Oh, man. A super casual Pearl blasphemy exorcist diagnosis. Beat the devil out of you sounds like Bob Ross. Wasn't that the painter, the painter guy? So men are God and women are demons. Thanks, Pearl. Yeah, that's basically TLDR, right? That's basically it.
Reputation. And you can kind of tell when someone's at peace. I'm not at full peace because I still have a devil in me, right? But I've sort of noticed the more I can emulate men, the more at peace I feel, right?
That sounds like a personal problem, Pearl. Okay, sure.
The more I try to not care about my reputation, the more
Okay, we can tell you're starting to really not care about your reputation, because this is some wild shit. The grift is super strong tonight. Crazy to think there's an audience for this stuff. Yeah, I mean, you would think that this is, crazy, and people would watch this and be like, wow, Pearl, you have issues. But, no. The comments are, your title is 100% true. Unfortunately, this is absolutely correct. Adam, you too, from day one, etc., etc. All of this deception, not confusion, but I get your point. Nice to see one woman who knows the truth. Pandora Box says it all. Nice job, Pearl. Yep, Pearl, you're so right. Greatest episode. Strive for truth. Just had to read the video title and knew she'd be spot on. Water is wet, the sky is blue. All very well said. You're more right than you know. Very good analysis, Pearl. This explains why women are so drawn to the supernatural, blah, 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 blah. Oh my goodness. This is... wonderfully expressed, Pearl. This is spot on. It's too good and on the button, 100% right. Makes so much sense, Pearl. You just lighten up the whole spiritual world. You've started this whole... This is... yeah, you would think that people would watch this and be like, okay, kind of weird. Nope. The fact that there is an audience for this stuff, and it's not like here and there, it's a very large one, is concerning, let's say. Yeah, you would think, but I don't know. I think at some point, if it started out as a skit, she at some point started buying her own Kool-Aid, and now she's I suppose if she really wants to be a man, she is balls deep in whatever it is that she was trying to sell originally as a skit, but now she seems to really believe it. Yeah, I mean, this is funny. Sympathy for the devil. I don't know. I don't know if they're paid bots. I really do think that there is unfortunately an audience for this crap.
I try not to worry about the future and the past. The more I learn very practical skills, learn to do things myself, I feel more at peace. Anyways, I don't know if that even makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Fostering independence is great for basically everybody. People feel better when they can take care of themselves. That's a no-brainer. I don't know. Is that from being raised with a silver spoon in your mouth or something? I don't understand this view.
So anyways, this is kind of my
I can't relate.
interpretation of what's going on. It also seems like there's something racial. Now, again, I don't know how I still have a channel right now talking about this, but
I don't either.
but it seems like I was talking to somebody recently, and they said that they had seen white men do terrible things, and I bet it was in a female institution, right? I bet it was in a female run institution. He was like, "Oh yeah."
What? Somebody said that they saw white men at some point do something terrible, and Pearl's like, that's impossible. They had to have been controlled by women. If they weren't controlled by women, they can't possibly do anything bad. That's what this is. I don't know how else to rephrase that. Okay. Lots of crazies walking around doing stuff being man. Because men only do bad things because of women. She's actually insane. Actually.
Yeah, it was those white men. I'm like, yeah, because the devils reward bad behavior. So in a female-run country or a devil-run society, you are just always going to have bad behavior being rewarded. And it seems like white guys.
It's interesting that women run society because I thought, forced doctrine meant because men only allow them to do it. So men are like letting all this happen. At any point, they could snap their fingers and have it their way, but they're just like, oh, this is fine. Let the devil run society.
Build heaven on earth, and everyone wants to be a part of it. And white women pretend to be white men and take credit for all their stuff.
What is she talking about?
And same with black people. So all of society is just running on white men. It's why when I was in London, the Muslims would come to London and tell the white men how to run that city. And I remember thinking, well, if you guys were capable of building a London in Abu Dhabi or wherever the hell in the Middle East, you guys would have did it, right? And it's the same thing with women. If women were capable of doing the greatness that white men have created, like inventing everything, winning the most Olympic medals, building and maintaining civilization, well, then they would have did it, right? And I think the people, you kind of peace, right? World like peace. I've noticed that black men, white men, brown men, white women that are at peace accept the white man's rules and world as best they can in this civilization.
Wow. I don't know. I understand that this looks like rage bait, but it's not like this is the first thing she has said that was remotely like this. It's either everything she makes is rage bait, which is possible, but the fact that regardless of how she really thinks, the fact that, as we saw the comments, are like, oh, Pearl, you're spot on, you're so right. makes so much sense, Pearl. The fact that there are so many people that are taking this seriously and agreeing with it, that is concerning. That is very concerning. Rage bait. Abu Dhabi is part of the UAE, which has Dubai, which is ridiculously prosperous. It has the Burj Khalifa. Oh, is that the tallest building thing? Is that the one where they built it on sand and put a bunch of, like, concrete, like, things into the sand so it doesn't move around because they couldn't attach it to bedrock, and then they had this electrical thing keeping it level or something on top of the building? I think I remember watching some kind of architecture thing about it. Actually, men are so benevolent, they surrender their force, so women can oppress them. Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I can't argue with that. 40 days in the desert, the modern simple in last 40 seconds. Abu Dhabi is like the worst example she could have picked.
So, my last observation today is going to be that I've noticed that I think my content gets more views when I follow with the media trends in society. I think I get more views. If I talk about, like this week, I could have talked about Travis Hunter.
Yeah, that seems to be how it works when people want to find out something that's currently going on.
Taking an L with
Is this news to her?
that Latina bitch he married, you know what I mean? It's like water is wet, the sky is blue, the devil's gonna devil, right?
The devil's gonna do. Okay.
But I think I get a more intelligent listener when I talk this way.
Intelligent is not the word I would use, but whatever you say, devil.
And I enjoy it a little better when I'm off of Twitter and I'm just out in the real world observing. Because it seems like the devil is fighting to keep you in like in the emotional world, maybe I could say. Like the news is kind of run on emotions, and it's like, oh, that person did that bad thing, that did that bad thing, whatever. And it kind of causes you to pay attention to other people instead of paying attention to what goes on inside of you and in front of you. And that can cause...
Yeah, paying attention to what's going on in the world, that's so yesterday. Caring all about yourself and your own feelings, that's what's really important. Who cares if, our leader is bombing Iran or we're starting World War III? Who cares about all that? You gotta find inner peace or something with the devil inside of you.
Cause you to be manipulated, Like if I'm on the news on Twitter, instead of paying attention to what's going on around me, well, then I'll end up like that girl killed on the train. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. So, anyways, sorry, I'm a little shaky today because I'm cold. But
I don't see Pearl taking a train anywhere. I think she's fine.
I think it's getting warmed up. I don't know. I need to look at it after this. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Were you following? Were you not?
No, I was not following Pearl. I'm sorry. This is so bananas. The bananas have rotted away and they're gone. Bananas are gone. Shameless banner. She is sacrificing popularity and views so she can cultivate the true godlike men. Yeah, I mean that's I don't know how else to read that. She's like, I could be doing all of this stuff and getting all of this money and whatever, but I want to be real with y'all, and this is the honest truth, and why should we listen to anything a devil says? But okay. Look at all these people in the comments agreeing with the devil. Agreeing with the devil. Crazy. So many people agree with the devil. Not the bananas. Well, the bananas are gone. She stepped on them. Alright. Let's see what this one is about. So this one is rather long. I don't know if I want to do the whole thing. me see what I have here. Okay, I think she might be doing her singing bit over. Yep, she's doing her singing.
No, I'm not trying to be rude.
I'll spare you. Let's do.
I am part of the thug life, you know. I am. I think I would be a very good.
Is that Destiny set? That does kind, because he also has a piano or something, doesn't he? That does look kind of familiar now that you say something about that. Nani? What?
I think I'd be a very good criminal, actually. Should I tell you the crimes I've committed? Should I say it on camera? Okay, wait, let me look up statute of limitations. I haven't committed that many, so they're kind of baby crimes, but one of them, I don't.
What is this? Okay, I mean, do we want to find out?
Statute of limitations. How long do I got?
Is she really about to spill some crimes here? Watch it be jaywalking or something.
$5 years, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm good. I got away with it, right? I mean, it was like a baby crime. It was a baby crime. Okay.
A baby crime? I'm gonna really hope that she means like a crime that's not that bad. Not that.
So,
I really hope it's not related to actual babies because of her rhetoric related to children in general is very concerning. So we'll hope it's like a little crime is what she means. It is. Yeah, it is. 5 years for the longest jaywalk in human history. Among the baby, the devil was inside of it. Well, the devil is also inside of her, so isn't that a defense? Like, I couldn't help it. The devil was also inside of me. The devil is everywhere.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say it. It was a baby crime. But I mean, because here's the thing. It's like nobody would care, right? This is what happens. But when you're hated, people just go out of their way to make your life a living hell. So I don't want to get dragged to court over a baby crime that I admitted on camera. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, that would be pretty stupid. Even if I get away with it, it's like, well.
Okay, she's not going to say it. This is.
I guess I'm.
What a freaking tease. Whatever. If you're not going to say anything, why even go on about it? Acting like you're going to share something interesting for once in your life, and then, no, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. No, I'm not gonna. Whatever, Pearl. That is lame. Oh, look, she's talking about Candace here.
All right, let's go on Twitter. All right, Candace Owens is doing an investigative series on Erica Kirk. Now, every person has skeletons in their closet, right? Candace has skeletons. But it's kind of scary to me that Candace did like an 8-hour, that she was friends with this woman for years. And now she's doing an investigative series. This is why women are scary, right? Because, you know, it's like, bitch, where are you?
I find Erica Kirk to be way scarier than Candace Owens. this is why women are scary, because you could be married to somebody and then you die in some horrible way, and they basically dance on your grave and take over all your stuff and abandon your children and pretend like basically take over your life in a way that you didn't want them to, because you just wanted them, you wanted your kids to have a mother. And then they take everything you've built, everything that you have spent your life building, and they churn it into a different direction than you wanted it to go, and completely like spit all over your grave. That is why women are scary, not because one of his best friends, Candace Owens, is trying to like figure out what happened to him and get to the bottom of things. Like, if anybody is scary here, it's Erica. Maybe cramp skeleton closet. Somebody will have skeletons in a closet, so others have baby crimes. I don't even know what that was about. That was so weird.
What are your skeletons? And, you know, for months, I really need the Candace simps to apologize to me, because I said I'll apologize if her investigation leads to an arrest or anything. And it's been nothing. So I need an apology. And everyone's like, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'm like, you sound like a woman that's like banging a guy she doesn't really like. She's like, I'm about to come. That's how you guys sound. Oh, it's going to come. You know, it's like, well, you'll be waiting the rest of.
What? Are you speaking from experience, Pearl?
You know, we'll all be waiting the rest of her life. You know, it's just like, well. A recent study found that giving men a pay raise led them to having more children, while giving women a pay raise led to fewer children. And this is the nurturing gender. Sorry, Pearl, it might happen. Well, I will eat my words. Look, I will eat my words if Candace comes up with anything. But right now we have nothing. And it doesn't shock me, because women are easily
We don't have nothing. Candace has delivered quite a few very interesting text messages and has brought up evidence that is legitimate, interesting evidence. So I don't think it's nothing, but okay. I should do some kind of compilation video of everything that's more of concrete evidence, besides all the, not the like I had a dream stuff, but the like text messages and whatever that she's produced, because I think those are very interesting.
Deceived. And just by the fact that she's a woman, like, you can honestly come to most conclusions in life just by being judgmental and observant. Like, do I think a Black woman is going to crack the case?
What is with this casual racism in basically every video? I saw, a total of 3 videos of hers recently. Well, parts of. And in every single one so far, 3 out of 3, there has been casual racism. I thought, I guess if you're big enough on YouTube, you can do stuff like that, but I'm surprised, honestly. Does she not want her channel anymore? Is she like tired of doing this or something? I don't know. It almost seems like she's trying to get banned.
Kirk, if it was like you would have to assume that a white man couldn't figure it out, that she is so much smarter. I mean, come on. And I would be willing to actually.
What does she mean by a white man? Which white man? Like, I assume there are some white people that are in the FBI, whoever's trying to, well, they're not really trying to look past the guy they've already found, so that's one thing, but it's not like it's all white men over there. There are, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like, there's one white man and then there's Candace, and it's between those two. Like, even if it was, why does it matter? That has nothing to do with anything.
Actually give her credence, right? I'd be willing to say, Candace, it's possible that you're smarter. If, she had any work history that like mattered, but she was like in fashion, if she was really that smart.
Okay. I don't know. That's really, people can be smart and be in all kinds of fields that aren't related to like science or whatever she expects here.
She'd be like an accountant, or she would, there would be some work history that's real. Like, by the way, this is not real. The only thing you get good at as a YouTuber is looking hotter and talking for longer.
I don't know. I think there are some people that do a lot of research for their projects and stuff like that. I don't think that's nothing. I don't know. She says all this stuff so matter of fact, like it's all true, but this is a bunch of bullshit. She's doing what the citizens of the internet call Fed posting. Well, I don't know what that is. Fed posting. White men have Jesus in them, remember? Yeah, like what the actual fuck? I have to look it up now. What is Fed posting? When someone posts statements online, usually about violence, legal activity, or extremist ideas that are so over the top or incriminating that they sound like something a federal agent or informant would say to bait people into agreeing or self-incriminating. Oh, okay. I've heard of this before. I haven't heard it called that. I didn't know there was a name for it. But I have heard of the concept before. That could be true. Pearl has something to look forward to if she sticks to it long enough. She'll get better at talking longer.
Yeah, so do I want to go into this? You know what? My platform, if you listen to my platform, you'll know my opinion.
I don't.
In other news, I got rated below Caitlyn Jenner. So there is this, I don't know, it's like this black pill chart. Right, and they put me on the website, right? They put me on the website and I have to rate.
Around here somewhere is where it really starts, supposedly related to the title.
Never change, e-girls. I would hate to get a real job. Please never change. I really hope you guys keep doubling down, etc. I'm gonna go get a drink, a non-alcoholic drink.
You sure? Because okay.
And I'm gonna play my commercial, and then we're gonna get into the main topic, which is that children don't need mothers. I don't believe that please don't tell me why. Yeah, so we're well, we do great to have an extra celebrity. I mean, it'd be good to have women be answered this world.
Say that marriage
and grow up without their father.
You are allowed. I mean, it's not a society for the kids.
They think listen or men and maintain
despair among women.
What kind of
women?
Everyone said they want to fellas
economically.
You're not woman anymore. Where are we reading?
Bro, you simp.
It's already happened.
Men don't want a wife. There is no future.
Will crumble.
Killing young men.
Thank you. You never know. At this rate, you guys are so nice. You don't even have to donate. There's so many people that just watch and they've never donated, right? They watch me every day. 0 donations. Which is understandable. I've done that to a lot of YouTubers too. I can't even complain, right? I'm sorry.
Did we just speedrun propaganda? Yeah, I sort of skipped through the whole intro bit. I think that was her intro, but we're not watching that.
You guys work so hard, So I do appreciate you taking your hard-earned money and donating it to the show, All right, so a couple of weeks ago, I had a tweet. And this tweet was talking about how I would trust gay men with a child more than I would trust a mother. Just a mother. Now, I got a lot of pushback for this tweet. Everyone's saying, oh, the gay guys are like sexual, like they might, diddle the kids, whatever. And sure, that's possible. And I'm sure it's more likely with the gays, right?
What?
I'm sure it is. However, I just have to go off of my experience with gay men. And most of the gay men I know, I live in the gayborhood, they're actually pretty responsible. They don't really cause problems. They don't whine. They don't complain. Like I have a cousin. I just couldn't really see him doing anything to a kid. I think he'd actually be a really good dad. And if him and his partner or whatever wanted to get a kid, I would actually support it. Now, it's not that I think that's the right way to go or that's the ideal way to go.
But we have to understand we're in a
I'm so confused. In one in one part of the sentence, she's saying horrible things about gay people, and in the other part of the same sentence, she's like, "Oh well, they make wonderful parents." What? I'm starting to regret making this a topic of the night. We're not doing Pearl again. Propaganda. Ooh, she's progressive. Yeah, it's like progressive in one breath, and then in the other, they're child diddlers, I guess. What the fuck is going on?
Society where men do not have authority, meaning men can employ women, but cannot enforce anything. Women are not required to do anything. There you go, 140 cent. Thank you. And on top of that, we're in a society where women have developed awful character traits. Now, is it because it's our nature and we're just like that? Maybe some of you with kids could tell me, are women kids born like that? I don't know. Or is it the fact that society treats women different from the time that we're kids? The girl cries. The boy, the boy has a surprise, that just rhymed. The boy has a punishment. The girl cries and gets her way. I think that's pretty common. So I don't know why women are this way. And the why doesn't really matter. I
think for children, I don't know if female children cry more than male children, but I think children sort of cry across the board and tend to get their way a lot. I don't know if that's really gendered. I do understand that sort of, at least young adult women tend to get their way sometimes if they cry, like they can get out of a ticket sometimes and things like that, which, okay, I could kind of see that, but children kind of, they all do. I don't think that was a non-alcoholic drink. I think that Sprite might have a little something extra inside. It's gotta have something.
We can talk about nature or nurture all the time, like for days. A lot of people said, black people have a lower IQ than white people.
How is she still on YouTube? Because I don't know if anyone else can say stuff like this and still have an account. It's certainly weird. Does she really not want her channel anymore? Because it seems like all the stuff she's been putting out lately is very edgy, and like people walk on eggshells around YouTube, myself included, because at least for smaller channels, they sort of nuke them even if you step a little bit over the line, but she's way past the line. Honestly, I think everybody should be able to say whatever I don't even know. This stream is so past the cussing won't even ruin it. It's already ruined. I don't know. It's weird. I think people should be able to say whatever they want, and if people want to listen, they can, and if they don't, they don't, and sort of the free market of ideas will weed out the dumb stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm confused. Maybe it's the devil in me. I've got the devil in me because I'm very confused. The confusion is working. Oh, that one's cute. I like that emoji. Is she saying that she affirms that stance? She sounds like a white supremacist. Yeah, I'm confused. And it's like a little bit of casual racism here, a little bit there, sort of mention it here, mention it there, and then full on. It's adding up, and we've only seen a few.
There's studies on this, right? If you look at ACTs, whatever, and they want to say it's society, it's oppression, it's this, it's that. Who cares why? The result is what matters. That's what matters. It's the result, right? So I thought about it more. And I just thought about women's like innate character traits for whatever reason. I don't really, sorry.
For whatever reason.
Let me start. Let me go back a little bit. I keep hearing from people that, kids need a mother. Like they really need a mother in their life, and that mothers are so nurturing. And this is one of the biggest points I've pushed back against. I don't think mothers bring a single value add into the home.
Not a single thing. Oh. Okay.
Not one. I don't.
I have never seen anybody have mommy issues so bad that they're this far. they take they take it this far. This is the most extreme version of mommy issues I've ever seen. Just saying it might not be genetic.
Think the only thing I see mothers do is destroy their children. And this is just me being really honest. These are some of the observations I've had. If you have your own observations that you've seen, put them in the chat.
This sounds, you know what this reminds me of? Oh, there's a fluff in here again. I hate the fluffs. This reminds me of how a lot of leftists have this thing, especially the woke ones, like the wokest leftists have this thing where they're like, oh, it's my lived experience. This and that. It's because my lived experience tells me X, Y, and Z. And they rely on this lived experience for any sort of like racial woke, like whatever nonsense. And it's like lived experience this, lived experience that. This is what this reminds me of. She's like, I have had this personal experience, and therefore the world is like this for everybody because I feel this particular way. That this is her lived experience. This is the wokest leftists like nonsense I've ever heard. This is. I did not expect that from Pearl, honestly, but at this point, I don't even know that there is anything to expect. It's very. It's like random nonsense, sort of put together in a pile of devil, I guess. More trust me, bro. A bit damaged, just a bit damaged. It seems like she's more than a little bit damaged. More than a bit damaged.
Mothers nag constantly, right? So mothers are constantly criticizing, and you could take out the trash perfectly every day, and then you forget one day. It is the end of the world. Mothers.
I have to. Okay, honestly, I agree because I have had the same experience. Like, I feel the same way about like mothers on a personal level, but I understand that not all of them are like that. I know that there are mothers out there who are wonderful people who, like, their child is everything for them. It's like their entire world, and they would do anything for their kid, and they are like nurturing and warm people. That exists. It's just because I haven't personally experienced that particular thing, it doesn't mean that other people haven't. It's like saying, well, I haven't, like, I don't even know what to compare this to. This is so weird. This is like, well, I don't have $1 million, so therefore anybody else that says they have $1 million, they're lying. That can't possibly be true. That's not real. Like, and you can say that about anything, like any particular thing that you don't have experience with or you didn't personally see. It's saying that, well, if I haven't seen it personally or it hasn't happened to me personally, it can't possibly be true because everything, the whole world is just like my experience. My experience of the world is the entire world, and there is no other thing that is unlike myself. Like, that is the most self-centered, selfish, I would, sure, demonic worldview I have ever heard of. And I can see why she thinks that women have the devil in them now, because like this is some devilish stuff over here. Is this the Black Swan fallacy? I haven't heard of it. Oh, goddamn fluff. I might have to go remove the fluff because it keeps like shifting and bothering me a lot.
Overreact to everything to the point that the entire house is walking on eggshells, and the entire house has to move around the mother's emotions. Mothers cost too much money. There's a lot of kids that would have college funds and would be set up, but the mothers don't save the money, and they spend the husband's money on useless things.
This is more trust me, bro. Yeah, this is the whole thing. The whole thing is trust me, bro. There is no... This is a lot of generalizing and a lot of taking what I assume is personal experience and applying it to everything and saying, oh, well, in general, things are like this. I don't know. This is so dumb.
Things, whether it's an Amazon addiction, they're living in a bigger house that, like, if it was up to the dad, they would live in a modest house, but because the mom wants a giant house, they have a car they can't afford. They send the kids to private schools instead of public schools. And a lot of times...
Okay, so at first she was blaming the mother for being too selfish and like spending all the money on herself or in general. And now she's complaining because the mother wants the best for her kids to send them to private school. Make it make sense.
I get this pushback. Good mothers don't nag all the time. I have never seen a mother not bring these characteristics. Again, like, even the best mothers I know that try their hardest, they can even acknowledge their faults and they try their hardest to be an asset. Even they struggle with this stuff. Even they struggle with, like the one I'm thinking of is literally a saint, but even she struggles with driving everybody crazy, talking too much, right? Mothers talk too much and gossip about everything. So the dad will come home and it'll be silence, right? There can be peace in the house. The mother, you got to hear about the gossip at school. I remember I would sit in the car with my mom growing up.
What?
And it would just be like an hour of gossiping straight. Like she's on the phone talking to God knows who. It's like, mothers are mean, right? A lot of times the first time you were ever called fat, I mean, for when I have kids, it'll definitely be me. I'm going to call my kid fat if the kid's fat. But even outside of that, like, the mothers are the first ones to call their daughters whores. The mothers are like, women.
This is sad. Honestly, this is sad to watch. This is like, I've had this experience, therefore mothers are like this in general. I don't even... There's nothing else I can add to this besides that.
I have no idea how mean they are in general.
Black swan fallacy is I've only seen white swans, so all swans are white. Don't go telling Pearl about white swans. She'll say that they have Jesus in them and that the black swans have the devil in them or something. Don't go telling Pearl about them white swans.
They nag you. Like, women have made hit pieces on me, dissecting why I'm ugly in every single way, just making...
Okay. I do believe that has happened, but Miss Pearl, that is what you do. If you go out there and start dissecting why women are ugly, and then somebody sees that and they try to give you a taste of your own medicine, you can't even be mad. Like, if you started it, you can't be mad that other people have like try to do something similar to you so you know how it feels or something. Like, you can't even be mad because, I mean, she's out here constantly criticizing women, and not only for what they do, but for looking the way they do, like constantly criticizing their looks nonstop. Like, I don't even... This is so confusing. And then now it's like, oh, well, other women have made hit pieces on me and criticized my looks. How dare they? Like, what a horrible thing to do.
Making fun of every little person, like part of my personality. I'm like, if that's what you do all the time, what kind of, like, that translates to when these women become wives and mothers. The same way women treat each other, which is terrible. They treat the kids. The gossip is unbearable, bro, especially when they were talking about work. Yeah. My mom...
This feels like gossip to me. I mean, what she's doing here, like, oh, women this and women that. This feels gossipy already. Call her absent because she's projecting. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't mean until I was a teenager and I reminded her of the dad. Yeah. Mothers are more likely to get lost. Mothers cannot keep a schedule.
They're more likely to get lost and they can't keep a schedule. Again, all of these things may have been true for her, but they're not generally true. In fact, I think it's more of a trope that mothers do tend to keep to a schedule, and they do tend to like save and look at directions, and that fathers tend to be like, oh no, I don't need directions, and then they get lost, and they're like, oh well, I don't know when, you know, little Susie gets off school or that she has soccer practice. Like, mothers are known for keeping track of those things. So I think the general trope is like it's the opposite of what she's saying. Not that all mothers are like this and all fathers are like this, but that's generally like anytime you see a TV show or movie or something and it's supposed to reflect parts of reality like this, that all people can relate to this because has some truth in it. It's those things tend to come up more for women being more on top of the schedules and more like responsible about looking things up, and the whole like getting lost thing. I don't know what she's talking about. Mothers are the schedulers usually. Yeah, this is weird. That's the whole like keeping all the lists and scrapbooking and notes. Like I have the thing about the lists too. That's got to be some kind of woman thing. So saying that they're anything but organized is unusual. Again, not all women are organized, but that is kind of a women sort of like oh, what is it called? You know what? I can't think of the word for some reason. It's a really basic word, but sometimes I forget them.
Mothers forget the kids in places. Mothers are more likely to accidentally kill the
I don't know if that's true. Where is all this stuff coming from? I don't know if any of this has any basis in reality.
kid just by like doing something stupid, you know, not even intentional, but we're just kind of scatterbrained, right?
No, not right. it's unlikely. In fact,
Mothers
never mind.
are lazy a lot of the time. Mothers would rather be doing anything else than raise their kids. Mothers would rather give their kids to an abuela to watch the kid instead of doing it themselves. Mothers would rather go to an office for 8 hours a day and get some high status job so they don't have to watch the kid themselves. Outside of giving birth, I don't really see a value add. Now, a lot of people come back to me and they say, you know, mothers cook and mothers clean. But what I've observed is that more men know how to cook than, now that we're not having kids, right? The systems I've seen men come up with, like, you know, I'm drinking Sprite Zero.
What is this not having kids? And she's not even the only one that I've heard this from. There's a lot of times there's going to be some debate on something or other. Usually it's something to do with feminism, and somebody goes, well, women aren't having kids. Like, yes, they are. What are you talking about? Like, sure, it's less than before, but to say they're not having kids in general, it would have to be like almost zero. But we're not even close to that yet. Like, people are still having kids, therefore women are still having kids. This is such a nonsense thing. Like, they keep, and it's not only Pearl. It's a lot of the like Crucible adjacent people. Like, oh well, they're not having kids, especially like about the left. Oh, the left isn't having kids. Yes, they are. They still are. Sure, not as many, not as much, not everybody, but they still in general are having kids.
Is because there's a guy I follow on Twitter who tweeted that this is a good appetite suppressant, and he's jacked. So I was like, I'm going to try that. I mean, that's way better than my sugar coffee. You know, this is zero. It might kill me later, but like, you know, men tend to cook. Mothers waste time. So if a mother's cook and clean, they find the most inefficient way to cook and clean, and they over clean to the point it's overkill. And it's and if people don't, they're so controlling that if the whole house doesn't clean in the exact way that she wants, she's going to crash out. Men are better cooks too. Absolutely. Men are better cooks, and they'll find more. Like I saw a guy, he has a channel on Instagram, and it's like called That's Not Cooking, That's Just Mixing Stuff. And he just buys pre-bought like like frozen stuff, mixes it together. But it's like the meals he makes are actually so good, you know. Where women tend,
how do you know? Have you tried them?
Like, women bake, men cook. Cooking is more useful. Baking makes women fat, you know. Sorry, not women, everybody fat. Women don't get joy from their children. Women have a tendency, mothers have a tendency.
Yeah, this whole thing, honestly, past the first thing I've said, I don't have a lot to add. It's like she's sort of throwing all this stuff out as if it's true for everybody, but it's clearly not.
To use their children to manage their reputation and make sure that everybody knows that they're good people. So when mothers say, look at my kid, look at my kid, look at my kid, and all they ever talk about is their kid, on its surface, that sounds good. Until, like, why do you think I come at all these women that are constantly posting their kids and their husbands online? Well, now the kids and the husband are responsible for maintaining that woman's reputation.
Okay, so you complain when the mother ignores the kid and only pays attention to herself, and you complain when the mother wants to also talk about her kid all the time and show off her kid and show how proud she is of her kid. It's like women can't do anything right. No matter what they do, it's wrong. If it's one thing, it's wrong. If it's the opposite thing, it's also wrong. No matter what, every single thing women do is apparently wrong, according to Pearl. Baking makes women fat. Yeah, how baking cookies, that's evil. That leads to obesity. How dare women bake cookies?
Mothers don't allow kids to have a different opinion. When a kid hates their father, the father said, look, I fucked up in a lot of ways. I did my best. The mother will just gaslight you for eternity and tell you that she did not do it wrong. She was perfect and amazing and awesome. And they'll gaslight you for eternity. Mothers get the families in debt. Mothers cook and make the family fat.
So it's bad if they cook, but if they don't cook, I'm assuming it's also very bad. Then they're starving their children. What is this like women get their families into debt? I don't know how many stories I've heard of men having some kind of gambling or drinking issue where they really get their family into debt and they have to give up their house and everything, and then they're homeless. Like, this is not unique to women or mothers or whatever. This is so stupid. She lowered the bar even more for women or mothers. Now they're not good cooks. I haven't heard so many absurd things when I'm sure they're not another at least in a long time. Yeah, I mean, I did not think it was going to be this bad. I thought there would be a few cringe things here and there, but the whole thing is so stupid.
Mothers don't pay attention to their children, and therefore the kids get into trouble. And if they pay attention to their
Wait, I thought she said that mothers paid attention to the children too much because they were so proud of them, and that was bad. But now they don't pay attention to them. What did I just what did I just say about that? That she was gonna say that if it's the opposite, it's not good either. Exactly what I just predicted. Just imagine baking cookies for your kids. Basically the devil. Duh. I mean, what else could it be? Only the devil would want their children to be fat.
children, they're overly controlling.
Oops.
I tend to see two types of parents: mothers that are preoccupied with other things and mothers that are only occupied with their children and are helicopter parents. Most mothers, if they left for a weekend or a week or a month, the house would be so peaceful and amazing and awesome. Most mothers do not bring value to the table. If
not at all. Okay.
they do bring value, if there's anything the mothers do for the family, they have a tendency to hold it over everybody's head. The definition of doing something kind is doing something kind and not using it as a tool to get what you want later, right? It's just an act of kindness that you give freely to somebody with no expectations. But if I had $1 for every time a mother said, oh, all I did for you, look at all I did for you. I did all this, I did this, I did this, I did this. I think I'd be a bajillionaire, right?
I don't think it's great when parents hold things like that over their kids for no good reason. But if you have a kid that's being a brat, I don't think it's unreasonable to point out, like, you know, that they're being a brat and being ungrateful in general. Like, some kids are naughty. Like, sometimes kids need a reminder that it's not like all about them. Kids have this like innate thing, and this is for a reason. Kids are meant to be selfish. Children are selfish. That's true. They are meant to be, because when you're little like that, you have to take everything you can get because you can't provide for yourself. You have to be. And sometimes if a kid is being like too selfish or too obnoxious or whatever, I don't see a problem with reminding them that, you know, their parents work hard for them and that they should appreciate that a little bit more, because again, by default, children are selfish. Until you teach them to be otherwise, they're likely to remain selfish if they're not put in check. So, okay.
Mothers can't stop complaining. They complain about their kids. They complain about their husbands. They complain about everything.
Pearl is doing a lot of complaining right now, too. It must be the devil in her. The devil tempted Jesus with cookies. I think she might be describing her childhood. Yeah, I think so too. That it does seem very personal, and it's like kind of how I mentioned. It seems like she's applying what happened to her and her experiences as if that's the same thing for everybody. That happens to everybody.
Now there's always a cope. They say it's just modern mothers. Well, I've interviewed women of all ages, and most have the same attitude. How do you think we have these old broads that are, crabby as fuck? Even if you married a broad in the 40s, you had like a 60% divorce rate when the 70s came around. Mothers make everything about them. Mothers blame everybody else for their shortcoming. And instead of taking accountability, they just said, I'm not perfect. Mothers hate on everything that does not conform to her rules. She made a rule, and that's the new method. They make a bunch of rules just to complain at you for breaking them. She had her way. This is the way. Women want to be a slave master and make all the rules. Mothers don't let you think for yourself. They have to be in control of what you think. Mothers are the ones that, they'll fall for a fraud. And I just think as women, we got to understand our limitations. So a lot of this was, I saw this video. What? And this is kind of what made me think of the stream, right? There's two things that made me think of the stream.
Replacing my parents' chandelier with a Jumbotron.
It was time to get rid of my parents' ugly-ass chandelier, and what better way to do it than upgrading it with a freaking Jumbotron? I got something cool to show you. Come over here.
Holy shit. This is freaking sweet, dude.
What are we watching?
Put my earbuds in. Your mom can watch whatever she wants. Fuck that chandelier. That thing was ugly anyways, man.
Why are you recording? What the fuck is
So the dad's chill. He's in shape. The mom's fat,
that?
right?
Are you fucking... Corbin, can I have a normal fucking house with normal shit?
Like, imagine. It would... Oh, yeah, I didn't show the screen. Okay, damn it. Let me do it again.
Replacing my parents' chandelier with a Jumbotron.
It was time to get rid of my parents' ugly-ass chandelier, and what better way to do it than upgrading it with a freaking Jumbotron? I got something cool to show you. Come over here.
Holy shit. This is freaking sweet, dude. I'll put my earbuds in. Your mom can watch whatever she wants. Fuck that chandelier. That thing was ugly anyways, man.
Why are you recording? What the
So the mother's fat. The dad's chill, good looking, thin. The mother's
fuck
natty.
is that? Are you fucking... Corbin, can I have a normal fucking house with normal shit? This isn't a fucking frat house. You're just encouraging
Yes, because it's a Jumbotron.
Put it in the basement.
No,
Not
this
my
solves the
fucking dining
problem.
room.
Yes, we eat in here. You said no more eating in the living room in front of the TV.
Family dinner. Family dinner.
This is so funny.
What do you think, Dad?
I don't know if this is real, because I know sometimes people do these skits, and when people argue on camera, it gets more views and engagement and stuff. So sometimes people make skits that are like this. So if this is real, like, okay, you go and mess with your parents' stuff, and one of them doesn't like it when you do that.
This is the best shit ever. This is the best one.
Replacing my...
So on top of that, that's what made me think of the stream. The other thing I saw, let me find her name. Figure skater, egg donor. All right, here. Let me...
That our
personal.
gold medal winning women's figure skater Alyssa Lou is an IVF baby, and it gets even cooler than that. She is actually the product of what we call third-party reproduction, meaning her dad wanted to be a single father by choice, so he used an egg donor and a gestational carrier and his own sperm in order to have his children. Now, the word surrogate is used in this article and many articles a lot, but a surrogate traditionally is somebody who uses their own eggs and uterus to carry pregnancy. That is not recommended and not done in many circumstances. Now we do what happened in this scenario: egg donor plus a gestational carrier and then father's sperm, and we're so excited for Alyssa and we're so proud of her. Did you know that?
Okay, so there's this figure skater, right? And this figure...
I did see the Olympic gold medalist or whatever figure skater thing. I did happen to see that on YouTube. I didn't know that she was born as like without a mother, to like a surrogate to a single dad. That is very unusual.
skater is like, she's honestly an average looking Asian girl, but she's so feminine.
I think she's like half Asian.
That she's just going, oh my God, these stupid ads. She's going viral because she's just this cute, young, like 18-year-old girl or young woman, right? And honestly, I'd say she's a 6.5, but she's just so adorable and smiley and happy. This young woman, right?
When I saw that video where she was doing the performance, where she was doing the whole figure skating thing for the gold medal when she won, they were doing this like talking over it and discussing her. And from what I remember, they said was that this year now that she has decided that she's not there to win, and she can just go and have fun, that's why she's being so like light and carefree, and that's how she's doing so well, because she doesn't like take it so seriously anymore or something, etc., etc. And how in previous years she was really not as happy or carefree or light, because she was really like beating herself up over it, and like it had to be like win or nothing, and how serious like that was. So this whole like, oh well, because the single father raised her, now she's just this like happy carefree girl. It seems like it wasn't always like this, and that's something she discovered as an adult. So not that he was like a bad dad or anything. Clearly he did something right here, but she's portraying it in a completely opposite way of at least the little that I have heard about it.
Right? Until she was 16, she won like the world figure skating competitions, whatever. She won it at like 14, 15, 16. Then at 16, she decided to quit. And think about it. Well, how many mothers would let their daughter quit where if she said, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to live a normal life, after her dad spent $1 million on her figure skating career? And then at 18, she said, I want to come back. And then she won gold. This is what happens when men raise children. They raise well-rounded. Like, does this look like a daughter that's like, think about this. She's
What is this like? What does she look like? Yeah, she looks happy here. She won gold. Like, she did a good job. She happened to be happy at that point. It's not like she's always happy, and because she was raised by, you know what? I don't even have to explain how this is stupid. I think we all get it.
She's going viral for being feminine when she did not have a mother. Okay.
So
Alyssa Leo's dad spent nearly $1 million on her figure skating career. I spared no money. And I thought about it. Okay. So I looked it up. A donation, getting your own like egg or whatever, is about $60K. Megan, you sent me $100. Thank you. You shouldn't have, Megan. I didn't know I had a female fan that liked me enough to donate. That's crazy. Okay.
that is crazy.
Let's say you get $800 a month on child support and the woman leaves you when the kid's 5. Times 13, that's $124,000. And it could be more, right? Or it could be less. The kid's like 60 grand up front. And you could get, I was thinking about this. I have a prediction that men that get surrogates are going to have better children, and we're going to see all these Elon Musk babies come out. Because in this society, no men have authority over their kids unless they're doing surrogacy, right? Oh my God, like look how cute this is with the dad. He has 5 kids. I didn't know he had 5 kids. What? Wait, hold on. Let me, there's a video. Oh wow, he did an interview. Okay, we're gonna watch it. Or is it for her? Maybe we can watch it. Fuck it, But I didn't know he had 5 kids. I was thinking about it. He probably was ostracized because 20 years ago, everybody, I'm sure, told him he was stupid for doing like a surrogate.
She's making up this whole backstory that she knows nothing about. She sees a father with a child, and she's making up this whole story for herself to use that as evidence. And 1, she's making it up. 2, that's one case, even if everything she said was true. This is so stupid. It's, you know what? I used to not really understand why Pearl did so poorly in debates, because clearly she has this show that she has spoken to a lot of people on. She has had conversations and back and forths. So you would think she'll be a little bit better at debating in general, but the way she was completely frozen when she was debating that lady from the Young Sharks and everything, and her debate with Trent Horn and all of these other, the one that she did with what's his name from the Daily Wire, Michael Knowles, all of these terrible, awful performances at debates. It's starting to make sense now why she's doing so poorly, because she thinks this is like, she makes up a story and thinks that's evidence of something that, and when it's her talking on her own, that might be fine, but that clearly doesn't work for people that aren't that don't already agree with everything she says. I don't know if I don't know if I can even finish this. I mean, I don't have a lot to add. It seems like she's taking personal experience, projecting it on other people, and says this is how the world is. In Tibet, I would have the same commentary for the rest of it too. It doesn't seem like it seems like it's almost over anyway because it's well not almost. There's another like 20 minutes of her talking until she brings on this random person or something. I don't know what goes on there, but yeah, honestly, I'm done with this. There's nothing for me to say. It's the same. Everything is gonna have the same response because she keeps doing the same thing. She's doing the same thing over and over, and I don't have anything new to say about her doing the same thing. If she does the same thing, like I'm gonna have the same opinion, so I don't want to sit here repeating myself. That'd be kind of a waste of time. How dare she assume Megan's gender? Wait, was that her? Was somebody's name Megan? I think I missed whose name was Megan. All right. Well, I don't know. I think we'll probably leave it here. Again, I kind of I was thinking about watching more of this, but there's no point. I don't see the point. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, it's basically, oh damn, it's Monday. The weekend is always over so quickly. I was really hoping every time that it's the weekend, I always hope that there's somehow an extra day, but there's not. That makes me sad. I wonder what the next holiday is. If there's any holidays coming up, that would be nice. It seems like it's weird because all the holidays tend to be around the same, like November, December, we get a lot of holidays, and then there's like one in January, but the rest of the year is basically nothing except like July 5th is like the only one that I can think of, but it sucks that all the holidays are so clustered together like that, and that the rest of the year hardly has any. Yeah, I mean, St. Patrick's Day is technically a holiday, but it's not like people have time off for St. Patrick's Day generally. That's more of like a fun. Yeah, that. I don't know. That's not a real holiday. No, people don't generally get vacation days for that. I don't know what Eid al-Fitr is. Good Friday, April Fools. Yeah, none of these, Tax Day, Earth Day, none of these are real. Even Cinco de Mayo isn't a real holiday, or Mother's Day. American Mother's Day. Memorial Day in May might be a real holiday, but that's in May. That's too far away. Anyway, we'll call it a night. It's getting late anyway. And I have been working on something. It has to do with kind of a heavy topic, I guess, but it's that essay, all the stuff about essay that back when Wilson debated Oliver, it kind of started this weird essay thing, and he keeps saying, "Oh well, it's internal critique," and then he did a similar thing about a similar topic, and he keeps saying internal critique. So I do have a video basically done about that, so that's probably going to be next week. And while that's out, because that's basically done, I think I'll be working on some Erica Kirk stuff, because I found some interesting patterns that I think I could make into a video, because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it yet. At first I thought it was something that I discovered and nobody else has discovered, but then I searched a little bit, and it looks like it was mentioned. Of course, Candace mentioned it at one point, but it seems like nobody did kind of a deep dive into it or anything, as far as I know yet. So, and if they have, I haven't seen it, and might as well do it. So, anyway, I'll be working probably on that, just to switch gears a little bit, because this whole Erica thing has been so fascinating, and everything about it is so weird that it's insanely interesting. I like that little emoji. I did add that to the Discord as well. I don't know if everybody has seen that yet, but I also added it to the Discord. Even though it's generally like a YouTube only thing, but I think it worked out fine. Anyway, everybody have a good night. I hope you had at least a little bit of fun with this, because this was so stupid. I feel dumber for having watched it, honestly. It was that we're not doing that again unless she does some debate with somebody else. If it's like only Pearl, we're probably not doing that again. It was fun to try, but I don't see it going any differently, and it would be basically the same thing probably. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Drunk Pearl stream was fun. No bald references. That's true. But you know, men can go bald, and men have Jesus in them. And Jesus could have been bald, but at least in all the things he's not bald. But maybe God is bald if men have God in them. But God is Jesus. You know what? The Trinity thing confuses me, so I'm not even gonna try. Okay. Well, I'll have to figure out something to do with... Oh, you know what? We do have a bald thing, because when Reexamination earlier mentioned that debate with Jesse Lee Peters, apparently, if this is him in the thumbnail, then Jesse Lee Peters is bald. Because we do have something. There, this is the... Oh, come on. See? There we go. Problem solved. Thanks for that link, by the way, Reexamination. I don't know if you're still on, but I'll have to look into this 5 months ago. Yeah, I have not seen this, but this might be fun to review if they... I don't know, I'll kind of skim through it and see if it might be fun to review at some point. God must be bald. Yeah, see, there we go. We got one. Alright, thanks everybody. And you have a wonderful night. It sucks that it's weekday, but we'll probably do another stream during the week this time, if I have time. I do hope to have more time, and, well, we'll see.